Good morning, friends. Today I am talking on the major drivers of the massive debris flow in Dharali, Uttarkasi, and the role of cloudburst, landscape, and human activities. So first of all, I would like to talk about some few very important terms used in the geohydrological disasters. Number one is cloudburst, glacial burst, glacial lake outburst floods, GLOF, avalanches, debris flow, flash floods, landslides, mass movements, and rockfalls. These are very, very pertinent terms used in terms of the geohydrological disaster. About the area, you can see that the map of Uttarakhand Himalaya, one of the integral part of the Himalaya in the north part of India. And there is one very important belt is called the eco-sensitive zone, Bhagirathi eco-sensitive zone, which is in between Uttarkasi and Gangotri. This is very, very sensitive zone. And in between there is a place called Dharali is situated where this devastated debris flow occurred. So the entire region is highly prone to this geohydrological hazards, mainly the debris flow, flash floods, mass movements, and landslides. Second figure shows the Dharali Service Centre and Dharali village located on the bank of the Bhagirathi River and its tributary Sir Ganga. Sir Ganga is very violent river during the monsoon season. It is very rich in terms of the resources and also it is leading to the highland pilgrimage, the Gangotri, and providing services to pilgrims and tourists. Apples are grown here and it was very rich area which was later on washed away completely. So these two maps shows that one is elevation map. The elevation is from 2,400 meter to more than 6,000, the Srikantha peak, where from the this Sirganga originates. And in terms of land use also there are four categories. Highest categories is under forest, including the grasslands, temperate forests, and also the stony and barren lands. Built up area is very small. Cropland is also very less, and glacier stands for 24% of the total area. So we used both qualitative, quantitative methods. We collected data from primary sources, secondary sources, archival data, Google Earth imagery, ISRO images, NDRF, SDRF, SDMD data, and then we analyze all these data. And then the second, you can see this. This is called the longitudinal profile of debris span formed by Sir Ganga in this. Dharali village, and you can see that still there is a 15 feet debris, and then under which the many people are buried, and it is difficult to find out them because of this all big boulders and pebbles are there. This is actually these are the drivers of debris flow, and you see that figure is that this is the originating place of Sir Ganga, the source area, and there are many glaciers, many glacial lakes also, Satpal they are called, and there are, you see that three landslide areas developed on August 5, and this led to a very, triggered a very huge debris flow. And when we see that another side is that the major drivers of debris flow were formation of landslide led lakes, globe and cloudburst, steep slope and narrow valleys, and debris flow, flash floods, high volume and velocity of debris, important. And then human activities interference, very important also because the settlements were on its mouth and the area was very, very vulnerable, and that happened. So, about this debris flow, there were four theories developed. The first one was that it was only cloud burst. It was supported by IIT. And IIT scientists told that because on that day there were western disturbances and also the monsoon, they collided and there was heavy rainfall. It led to cloud burst and led to debris flow. Then again, the next day, IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, report supported by the academicians, and they told no, there was no rainfall, there was no chance of debris flow. It was due to the glacial burst or also the glacial lake outflow floods. And then all academicians in this region they supported because they told that it is not possible that this huge debris flow, that within 34 seconds, if there is no any glacial burst. But then immediately after this NRSC, Indian Space Research Organization, they speculated that no, it was debris, it was cloudburst triggered debris flow because the IMD does not have much data about this region, about the rainfall. They have data below 2000 meter and the debris flow occurred in 4000 meter and this and that. And finally, the SDRF team they visited the area and they told that it was formation of several landslide dam lakes at the mouth of Srirganga and global and heavy rainfall. All these drivers triggered this huge debris flow. These are some figures showing the changing landscape of Dharali village. This was the 2nd January 2021, taken by me, a very beautiful place. Then on 6/8/2025, there was a half fan, debris fan after the debris flow. And then also on 10/8/2025, you can send the completely buried and also swept away the Dharali Service Centre, the fan. And in that left side, you can see these are the satellite imageries. The one imagery is of March 11, 2022, and then another is August 7, 2025. So the situation, it is all changing landscape because these areas are very highly vulnerable and like this. So these were the consequences. You see that how this entire Dharali Service Centre swept away. This shows the Bhagirathi eco-sensitive zones between Uttarkasi and Gangotri, and you can see that there are many places, very vulnerable places. This area is very beautiful because there are trees, temperate forests are found there. Snow-capped mountain, but at the same time they are very, fragile and very prone to all these geohydrological hazards. Government has declared it as a Bhagirathi eco-sensitive zone. So there are some villages which are very, very prone to the geohydrological hazards. The Gangoli located in about more than 1000 meter, Bhatwari 1600 meter, Gangnani 2089 meters, Sukhi 2500 meter, Jhala 2400 meter, Harsil 2400 meter, Dharali 2400 meter, Bhairav Ghati 2800 meter, and then Gangotri 3000 above. And these are all prone to landslides, floodwaters, rock falls, and this very fragile area. There were many events occurred during the past in that entire Garhwal Himalaya region. That Kedarnath in 2013, more than 10,000 people died and many were missing. Rishi Ganga, 200 people died and many were missing. It was glacial burst. Uttarkasi was cloud burst, 4 villages affected, 6 people died. Mandal Valley was cloud burst, 3 people affected and 6 people died. Joshimath sinking, there were many houses affected, some were completely destroyed due to the landslides and sinking land, and Dharali situation you have seen just now. So the findings of our study was that the entire Uttarkasi district is highly prone to occurrence of severe natural hazards. As the Gangotri Highland pilgrimage is located in this district, it receives a high influx of pilgrims and tourists throughout the year. Furthermore, along the fragile slopes and streams and river valleys, many service centers are constructed. The streams and rivers are very violent, and during the monsoon season, they are inundated and caused for damage to settlements. Dharali Service Centre was located on the debris fan on the bank of the Sir Ganga, and on 5th August 2025, when there was a cloud burst in the high Himalaya, it triggered debris flow and swept away the entire settlements. Steep and fragile slopes, narrow valleys, and high volume and velocity of debris and water led to this incident. And there were many incidents occurred in the Himalaya in the past decades. So, in terms of some recommendations, that the study revealed that there are mainly two regions of disasters in the Himalaya. Number one, the construction of settlements in the business settlements and business avenues along the rivers and streams and fragile and steep slopes. Therefore, we suggest that number one is that construction of the settlements and business avenues should strongly be avoided. Number two is that construction of roads on the fragile slopes should be avoided. And number three, that the tourism should be banned for 2 months, mainly July and August during the monsoon season, because this is the season when there is a high influx of tourists. They are visiting the highland pilgrimage, the Gangotri, and they are accentuating the that the disasters in this area. Natural hazards are very common phenomenon. They are occurring since the time immemorial. But no one can stop them. But the disasters can be prevented, and if we adopt these suggestions which I have suggested, the disasters can be prevented in these very fragile slopes of the Himalaya. And I stop here my this presentation, and I hope that you will enjoy this. And if you have any questions and query, you can directly talk with me. And thank you. Thank you very much.